today's cut we have Mohawk slash Frohawk. Now just like any other cut, we're gonna start it off with our first line. We're gonna get our FX trimmers right here and bald them out. He's getting a bald Mohawk. We're gonna bald them out, make our first line just like any other haircut. Bald them out. Like I said, that the line doesn't have to be super perfect because we're gonna fade it out anyway. Just a little guideline with our first line. Now right here, I'm gonna come to the back because he wants the back pointed. So I'm just gonna get like a little pre-line so I can see where I'm gonna be cutting, and just point him out in the back, just on that one side for right now. Now I'm gonna get my walls and open them up, maybe like a quarter of the way, and make a second line. Just like like every haircut you do is gonna be the same step. So now we're doing a second line, and then I'm gonna get my little pre-line on the edge up. Just to give me a guideline to see where I'm at. See, cup a little bit. And like I said, that doesn't have to be perfect also, because you're just trying to see where you're gonna be at. So right now we're gonna do the rake down. On this right here, I have a 0.5 guard on there. So we're just gonna rake down and cut the bulk out. And this right here, as you're cutting the bulk down, it's blending it out too. So it's putting the fade in there before you even really start fading. So now I take the guard off and I open the clippers up all the way and do rake down some more, knocking even more of the bulk out, smoothing it all the way out. And you can already see right there how everything's blending together just by raking down.
I've been up for a minute, now I'm down for it. I've been good with the team, never bad for it. I'ma work for the win, I never slack for it. And I live for the king, I got a crown for it.
So now when I do start to fade, right now I got my 0.5 guard on there, and I'm just gonna start with fading out the top line. Remember to always have a brush or a comb to comb the hair, brush the hair back in place after fading up with it. So I just continue to fade up, knocking the top line out. Brush it back down a little. Now while you're cutting the hair, sometimes you might see little spots higher up in the fade where you can just pick out with the corner of your clippers. You'll see me doing that from time to time as I'm cutting. And now I took the guard off, and now I got the clippers wide open, taking the rest of the top line out, and then start to work my way down to take the bottom line out. Now some of them spots I'm just picking with the corner of my clip. The corner of the blade, just pick at it. Like I said, this fade is not going to take that long because I rake down and use the rake down technique. by the time I really start fading, the the fades are really already in there. I'm just touching up a lot of little things, but like right now, I know I see a little something, so I'm just going back over it, making sure everything is nice and clean. Fading that bottom line all the way out. Get them looking right. It's right on the bottom. Taking that line all the way out. Like the fade looks clean, super clean right now. Now, going to the other side, same step, ball them out. You know, like I say, man, you know the ball line doesn't have to be super perfect. We're gonna fade them out. And now on this side, just put a little pre-line on the back. You know, we're gonna come back and clean all this up later on. Like I just said, you know, this is a guideline, so you know I like to use guidelines to see where I'm at. But everything we do is gonna get straightened up. Make sure it's super clean behind the ears. And now we're gonna take our trimmers and put the guideline on the front. Just a little corner right there. The L and the C cup, just to see where I'm at. And these steps right here, with the guidelines and all that, you can do that on every haircut. And this will make your cutting game get faster if you repeat everything the same way all the time. It doesn't matter if the hair is short, long, you're gonna do the same things, and it's gonna get you faster than cutting. So now we're gonna take our walls like a quarter of the way open and put our second line. And we're gonna take that half guard and start that rake down technique. Cut most of the bulk out. Smooth out the hair real nice. Now on this part right here, you see I have the clippers kind of like at some points at a 90-degree angle. And when you do the clippers like that, it's cutting less hair, so you can. It's kind of like, you know, you're making a guard with the way your clippers are held. So if you put them flat on the head, it's gonna cut more. Like here, what I'm doing now with no guard versus me holding it at a 90-degree angle. It's cutting less hair because I'm higher up in the darker parts of the fade where I don't want to cut that much hair. So it depends how you tilt your clippers is how much hair is going to come off. So now on this side, I start off with the fade all over again. Taking the top line out first. Take this out, nice and clean. Like I said, if you see anything above the top line, you know, you can pick at it with the corner of the blade and knock it out. But the rake down is usually going to take most of that out. Even on the back right there, you know, I'm just sliding up with the corner of the blade.
You should go check out the layout. When you start with the most high, only right now that we pray out. Only right that I gotta explain
Getting real clean. And as you can see right now, this fade is almost done. I barely even started, but it's almost done. After me raking down, now I'm taking the guard off. I'm finishing up the top line, and I'm gonna work my way down to take the bottom line out. But that's how fast you can go with these fades after using that rake down, and just to, you know, making these little pre-lines like on the back of the Mohawk and on the front where the C cup is, you know, so you can see where you at using your guideline, and then just start fading it. I mean, it's gonna come in there super quick. If you use these haircuts on these techniques on every cut, your time with cutting is gonna go down a lot. You're gonna get way faster because it's just repetitive, over and over the same thing. You know, you can't overthink it. You just gotta do it, and you remember all these techniques and just apply them to every cut. I mean, look at that fade, it's in there already, basically in there. So fade out the top of the beard. I always like to fade out the top of the beard while after I finish fading that side, either side. And like I said, you know, I might see something, so I go back with the corner and pick it out. Alright, so now we're going to start with the edge up. We're going to comb the hair out, stretch it out as far as possible so we don't take the line back. Just barely tap on it. We don't need too much pressure to break the skin or anything. We just need enough to cut the hair.
I've been good with the team, never bad for it. I'ma work for the winner, never slack for it. And I live for the king, I got a crown for it. I know the way, ayy, know the way.
Comb it out, round it out, right on the edge. You can put sharp lines on there without taking people edge ups back. Only right now that we pray out. Only right that I gotta explain how I can take my family for a day out. And the balance of ginger my PayPal. Takes a little bit, but it can be done. So we're gonna jump right up into the beard right now. I see a little something, so I'm gonna go ahead and fade it out just a little bit more before I start to line it up. Crispy, smooth lines. Now you can see on the top side of his beard, you know, he got a little weak spots where, you know, you're gonna have to try to make it look as good as possible. But you can make it look good. You just gotta, he wants to keep it wide as possible but sharp as possible, so we just gotta work all that in together. Keep it right on the outside, make it nice and clean and sharp. Not too much pressure, but just enough. Shave all the excess off. I'm gonna get into it. Mustache.
away. See me smiling, I don't have the pain in my face. Oh no, no. Give my all, I'm raising mistakes. People try to beat you, but we ain't in the
Alright, so now we're on the back. We're gonna straighten everything out now with the little pre-lines we had made earlier. Now we're gonna get them nice and clean and sharp. He wants it Mohawk to be at a point in the back. Clean up the neckline, get all the excess hair off. So then we're gonna come back to this side with the edge up. And we'll comb the hair out. Always comb the edge up out, stretch all the hair as far as possible.
Baby, I've been on the way now. You should go check out the layout. When you start with the most high, only right now that we pray out. Only right that I gotta explain
Light
how.
pressure.
Take my family for a day out. And the balance of ginger, my PayPal. These the pros of becoming a brave child of God. Baby, there was no more tears. Baby, there was no more fears, yeah. How do we end up here, but we ain't going nowhere?
Make it as clean as possible.
I've been looking for the right path, but it's been in front of me the whole time. Running my mind, tell them your plans. If you wanna make God.
See, and at this point, you already had put your guidelines on earlier. So you already, the edge up is already halfway there because you halfway did it already. So you're just really going back and perfecting everything. So now we're gonna get the razor it out, get it super clean. And as you can see, you know, I keep my clients sitting straight up. I don't really lean them back with the razor or with the beard trims. You want to get it nice and clean. Make sure you pull the skin so you don't cut them. Pull the skin tight. And that's it, folks. I didn't show the razor on anything on the other side, but that's a cut. We're gonna take the clips out. We already showed in the mirror. You love the cut, so and that's it. Frohawk / Mohawk. Twisting them around so you can see the fade. Super clean. See you next time.
People try to beat you, but we ain't in a race.